How do belly dancers go from being absolute novices where they don't know anything to then becoming professional, to becoming experts, to then being world-renowned and then making their life all about belly dancing? In today's video, I am going to give you 8 ways that you can improve your belly dance. So, hi, Shimmy Shaker, and today's video is for everyone, no matter what level of belly dancing you are at, whether you've just started, whether you've been doing it for a couple of years, or if you've been doing it for 10 years, these tips are for all of you, and if you practice them, they will definitely improve your belly dancing. So please, if you are wanting to improve, if you want to reach your belly dancing goals, listen to these tips, take them on, and I guarantee you will see a difference. Okay, number 1, and that is to know your basics. So as you've probably heard me say before, in belly dancing there are 4 main basic moves: our shimmies, our undulations, our hip drops, and our figure 8s. So if you know all 4 of these, you are going to have a suite of moves that you'll then be able to layer on top of, and you'll have heaps of them to use in your belly dancing tool belt to bring out when you're performing. So that's the first one. If you haven't learnt your basics, please check out my tutorials. I have heaps and heaps. I've got a whole playlist on belly dancing basics. But if you are struggling with them, some tips are: firstly, understand the move really well. If you're not sure about how to do the move, make sure you get expert advice from your belly dancing teacher. Make sure your teacher sees you in person so that she can correct you, because it's really important that you have your moves correct from the outset, because if you build bad habits, they're going to get into your muscle memory and it's harder to change them. Another way to really improve your belly dancing basics is, of course, to practice. A friend of mine, she was a policewoman and she was also in my belly dancing class and really wanted to improve her belly dancing, and every time she would be photocopying her documents at the police station, she would be practicing her shimmies, which is not exactly what you'd expect to see when you go into the police station. But the essence is that if you can find something that links your mind to your practice, then you're going to get into the habit of it. So it might be while you're photocopying at work, it might be while you're doing your dishes, it might be while you're brushing your teeth. Try and practice your move every single time you can. I know a lot of people practice in the shower as well. In Australia, we have water restrictions, so showers are usually pretty quick. We're conscious of that. But otherwise, try and find something that helps you to remember to practice. Okay, number 2, and that is to build your fitness. If you are wanting to become professional in your belly dancing, performances might go for 20 minutes to half an hour to sometimes longer, and you need to be able to dance for that whole time. Often, a lot of energy is required as well. For example, if you are dancing at a wedding and it's a zafé, you don't know how long the DJ is going to play the music for. It's going to be really upbeat music and you need to be able to keep going that whole time. You can take little breaks in between to do slower moves, of course, but if you have your fitness, you're going to find it so much easier. If you need help with that, I do have some fitness workout videos. I'll link them here. You can check them out. Even if you do those once a week, it's going to help. But if you do them 2 or 3 times a week, I promise you will see such a difference, not just in your fitness, but also in your belly dancing technique, because it gets you to practice all of it, as we said in tip number 1. Okay, tip number 3, and this is all about performance, and that is to get as much experience as you can performing to different audiences. So as I've said before, performing is a skill. Engaging with the audience is a skill. If you have a concert coming up and you have never performed before, you don't have to go out into the street and perform to random people. Make sure you perform to your friends, perform to your family, people who are going to appreciate your dance and encourage you, and see how you can get to interact with them, because different people will want to dance and interact in different ways. So for example, some people might want to get up and start dancing with you. You need to know what to do in that situation. Some people might just look off into the distance and not care. Some people might not want to look at you. Some people might want to finish their dinner, but you need to be able to still be engaging no matter what those people are doing. Same thing, no matter how you feel, you have to give a good performance and you have to really bring that energy up. So if you have practiced performing a lot, you'll be able to use that skill rather than getting influenced or by the emotions inside you and everything that's happening around you. Okay, number 5. Listen to Egyptian music. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Number 4. Choose the songs that you love and then know it really well. So if you are doing your own solo performances, this is a really great one, because if you like a song, your audience will be able to see it, and also you will be able to feel it, and you'll have so much more fun if you are dancing to a song that you love. Would you be interested in me doing a video on how to find songs for your performance? If you would be, let me know in the comments below. Maybe we can do that in a future video. I know it's hard to find songs that you love, but once you've found the song that you love, try and know it as well as you can. Even if you are going to improvise, practice to the song and really listen, because I can guarantee you, especially in Egyptian music, there'll be lots of little nuances that you don't hear the first time around, and if you can pick them up, you're just going to add so much more dynamics to your performance. So that goes for everyone. Okay, now we're up to number 5, and that is listen to Egyptian music as much as you can. The more you listen to it, the more you are going to know the rhythms, the more you are going to be able to predict what's going to happen next. And that means when you're going to your performance and a random song that you've never heard before comes on, you'll still be able to dance to it, because you'll know the patterns, you'll know what's coming next, and you'll be able to match different moves to that song. Okay, number 6. This is a really important one, and one people often don't do until they're a little bit more experienced in belly dancing, and that is understand the culture. So belly dancing, it is a beautiful ancient art form, started in Egypt. Some people say that it started in India even earlier than that. So it's traveled around the world now, and it's come to the US, it's come to Australia. You can find lots of beautiful belly dancing all over the world, which is fantastic because it's a celebration of that culture, but know that you are still representing that culture when you are dancing. So if you can understand that culture, you're going to be able to represent it even better, but also you're going to be able to know the songs better. You're going to be able to know how to dance to those audiences better, and you'll have a more respect and understanding of the history, and you'll be able to understand a lot more and enjoy it a lot more as well. So there are heaps of great resources out there. You can join Facebook groups that will tell you about the history. You can ask questions about the music. You can ask people about translations for songs. You can find out what costume is best suited to certain music, especially in Egyptian dancing. If you are wearing a costume that doesn't really match your song, that doesn't really match the lyrics, that doesn't really match the venue or the event that you're dancing for, people can pretty quickly see that you're not sure about what you're doing. So for example, same in most cultures, you wouldn't dance to a really sad breakup song at a wedding, for example. Okay, next one, number 7. Oh, this is a really great one. Learn from as many people as you can. So you might have a really good belly dancing teacher in your area, but try and get tips from other belly dancing teachers. So I know where I teach, I love my students, I love watching them dance, I try and help them improve as much as I can. And when I'm away, another teacher comes in and they love it when she's there as well, because she has a totally different style to me, totally different way of teaching, and she's such a beautiful belly dancer that they get really inspired and they love learning new moves and new ways of thinking. You never know what you're going to learn from a different teacher. Even if you don't like their dance style, sometimes that's when you can learn the most, because if their dance style is really, really different to yours and what you're used to, then that means they've got a whole suite of knowledge that you just haven't accessed yet. If you really want to improve your belly dancing, there's often people coming around the world to little workshops, so you can definitely do them. And if you're fortunate enough to travel, then please do that, because you'll really enjoy it. You'll get to see lots of different dances as well that way. But we're lucky with belly dancing that there's heaps of festivals that you can go to if you're not able to travel. Okay, number 8, final one, and that is to enjoy it. Please enjoy it. Don't get stressed about improving your belly dancing, about reaching next levels, because in the end, the reason why we do this is because we love it. But also, if you are passionate about it, if you're having fun, then your audience will be able to see it. If you come in and you've worked really hard, but it's more of a trial for you, and you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do this performance and I don't have time and this isn't what I want to be doing, your audience will be able to sense it. But if you come in and they can see how much you enjoy performing, you're going to have a great time and your audience is as well. And nearly all of the time when we are belly dancing, it is to entertain. So if you're entertained, guess what? Your audience is going to be as well. So these are my 8 tips on how to improve your belly dancing. Were any tips there that you already knew? Are there some that were new for you? Please let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have any other tips, please write them down below, because then everyone can benefit from them. The purpose of this group is for us to be able to help each other with our belly dancing. So please share so everyone can see that too. Happy dancing. Remember to subscribe. Remember, if you want to practice your belly dancing, build your fitness, you can check out this workout just here, and I will see you next Tuesday in our next video.